Imagine waking up every morning knowing no one is coming to save you. No rich father, no family business, no inheritance, no connections, just you and a world that already feels unfair. Some people start life on level 50 while you're trying to survive level 1. And slowly, you begin believing the biggest lie poor people are taught. That success is not for people like us. But listen carefully. Almost every self-made millionaire started with one thing in common. They were not born rich. They were ignored, rejected, underestimated, broke. The difference is they stopped waiting for permission. So if you feel behind in life, if you look at successful people and think, maybe I just wasn't born lucky, then this video might change the way you see your entire future. Because today, I'm going to show you the brutal truths nobody teaches poor and middle-class people, and how you can still build wealth, power, freedom, and respect, even if you start with absolutely nothing. Watch till the end, because one mindset shift in this video can completely change your life. Let's start with the painful truth. If you're not born rich, life is harder. You don't get safety nets. You don't get shortcuts. You don't get second chances easily. Rich kids can fail 10 times and still survive. Poor people, one mistake can destroy years. That's reality. But here's another truth nobody talks about. Being born poor is not your fault. Staying mentally poor forever? That becomes your responsibility. Because many people are not trapped by money. They're trapped by their mindset. They grow up hearing things like, rich people are greedy. Money changes people. We are just middle-class people. Dreams are dangerous. And slowly, their ambition dies. They stop taking risks, stop learning, stop believing, and then they call it fate. Listen, your environment may explain your struggle, but it should never define your future. School teaches you how to obey, not how to become free. You spend years memorizing answers, but nobody teaches you how money works, how investments work, how business works, how influence works. Why? Because financially free people think differently. Poor people trade time for money. Rich people build systems that make money while they sleep. That's the game. And the moment you understand this, your life changes forever. Most people spend their entire life chasing salaries. But salaries alone rarely create freedom. A job can feed you, but skills create wealth. That's why the internet changed everything. Today, one person with a phone can build a business, start a YouTube channel, learn high-income skills, sell products globally, make money online. The opportunity has never been bigger, but most people are too distracted to see it. Scrolling, complaining, comparing, while disciplined people are quietly building their future. If you're not born rich, your first mission is simple. Become valuable, because money follows value. The world pays people who solve problems, not people who complain about them. Learn skills, not just degrees. Skills, video editing, copywriting, sales, marketing, coding, AI tools, public speaking, content creation. One powerful skill can change your entire bloodline. Think about that. Your future children may live differently because you decided not to stay average. But here's where most people fail. They want success emotionally, but they don't work consistently. They watch motivation videos for dopamine, but avoid uncomfortable action. Success is boring. It's repetition, discipline, focus, consistency. The winners are usually not more talented. They just didn't quit. This part may hurt, but you need to hear it. Nobody cares about your excuses. The world only responds to results. Yes, life is unfair, but staying angry won't make you rich. Playing victim feels comforting because it removes responsibility. You start blaming the government, your parents, your city, your luck, and maybe some of that is true, but blaming keeps you powerless. Power begins the moment you say, "My life is my responsibility now." That sentence is dangerous because once you truly believe it, you stop waiting. You stop depending on motivation. You start building. Look around carefully. Some people around you secretly want you to stay average. Because your growth reminds them of their excuses. When you start improving, people get uncomfortable. They'll say, "You changed. You think you're better now? Why are you working so hard?" Because average people love comfort, but successful people become obsessed with growth. Protect your mind. The people you spend time with shape your future. If your circle only talks about gossip, drama, and wasting time, you will slowly become like them. Energy is contagious. That's why serious people protect their environment. Sometimes becoming successful requires becoming lonely for a while. And that's okay. Temporary isolation is better than permanent regret. Poor mindset says, "I want pleasure now." Rich mindset says, "I'll sacrifice now to win later." That's the difference. Most people destroy their future for temporary comfort. Cheap dopamine is everywhere. Endless scrolling, gaming addiction, watching others succeed instead of building your own life. Discipline is rare now. That's why disciplined people become powerful. Imagine where your life could be in 5 years if you stayed focused every single day. Not perfect, just consistent. 1 hour of learning daily. One skill improved daily. One step forward daily. That compounds. Small actions repeated for years create extraordinary lives. Success is not one big moment. It's tiny habits repeated when nobody is watching. This may sound strange, but sometimes being broke is an advantage. Because struggle builds hunger. Comfort creates weakness. People born with everything often never develop discipline. But people who suffered, people who struggled, people who know what pain feels like, they become unstoppable once they discover purpose. Your pain can either destroy you or forge you into someone powerful. And remember this, you do not need to become rich overnight. You just need to become better than you were yesterday. That's how transformation begins. So if you were not born rich, do not waste your life feeling cursed. Some of the greatest success stories in history started with nothing. No money, no connections, no privilege, just belief, discipline, and relentless action. Your current situation is not your final destination. Read that again. You may be broke right now, but broke is temporary. A weak mindset is permanent. And the beautiful thing is, you can change your mindset starting today. One decision, one habit, one skill, 1 year of discipline can completely change your life. Maybe nobody believes in you yet. That's okay. Believe in yourself long enough. And one day the world will have no choice but to notice. This is your reminder. You were not born rich, but you can still build a life that nobody in your family ever imagined. Now, get up, lock in, and start creating the future you deserve. If this video changed your mindset, subscribe now. Because this channel is for people who refuse to stay average.